Revolutionaries die, and the children forget.
There's an answer to everything, man. You get to ask the right questions, and of course, do send in your voice notes so that you can ask the right questions, and you can get your answers. And my guests right here, Marty and Jan, are here to assist us with any questions. We've got voice notes that have just come through, and we're going to play them so that we hear exactly what people have to ask. I don't know, do you want us to talk about finances before we talk about this? Alright, so before we play your voice notes and before we do another reading, what we're going to do is maybe, you know, you might have financial issues and you want to start a business, you don't know, and you might have because you've got financial issues, you need to increase your earnings, increase your income, you don't know what to do, how to go about it. Of course, my guest right here, Jan, is able to speak about those things. Jan, so, you know, you're an accountant, you deal with money, you deal with issues of finances. A lot of our people are going through a deep financial crisis. Is it spiritual or is it just a lack of understanding? And also, does money have a spirit? Or not really?
Very, very interesting question about money and spirit. Yes, of course money has spirit. I think it's very important that people take responsibility for their own personal finance. We heard the beautiful PJ Powers sing just now, and like PJ Powers, she, in order for her to be successful, in order for her to empower herself and create her magic, she has to know what she's good at. She needs to know what she's powerful in. And I think all of us, if we know our own strengths and our own abilities and our own weaknesses, we can take it from there and grow it and make it work for us. But the starting point is self-awareness, self-knowledge, having knowledge of who you are and where you want to be and where you want to see yourself. So dream big, listen to yourself, listen, know your abilities, know your core values, know what's important for you, and take it from there. Please go and have a look at www.spiritualguidance.co.za. There's pointers there to show you how to start your own micro businesses and to grow it from there. But yeah, from a starting point of view, know your strengths, know your weaknesses, and dream big.
Now, you know, I mean, often people get into business for the purpose of just wanting to make money. Now, you have spoken about other things to say, know your strengths, know your weaknesses, know what you're good at, and focus on what you are good at. You never not once spoke about putting money first. Is it a problem that people always put money first and don't understand the power of money, or what are we dealing with here?
Money obviously is important, but I think if you the psychology of money, the knowing your own value, I think money is a very important point of view from a psychological point of view. It shows you what you believe your own value is, what you believe, how you see yourself in actual fact. And so, but if you do what you love, if you do what you're good at, if you do things that build you up and motivate you, then you are going to make money. I believe very strongly in if you live your own magic, you are going to make money, because then you're affecting people's life, you're affecting your own life, but you're making a difference in other people's lives.
Absolutely. All right, man, thank you very much for that. And of course, there's a lot more we're going to talk about around the issues of finance. Let me quickly acknowledge Penginko, Simbongeleni, Peter, Neo, Loiso, Oscar, Vuiso, Chavalala, and Ingrid. Ingrid is a counselor within the city of Johannesburg. Big ups, and thank you very much for watching. We really do appreciate it. And of course, my guest this evening, if you missed it, I don't know where you've been. We've just had a live reading with the angel cards, and of course it was mind-blowing to see how accurate it was, and I loved every minute of it. And of course, don't worry about it, we're gonna do more readings, and of course we've got people in the studio, we've got voice notes we want to listen to, and then of course we'll be able to respond to you, and Marty will do the reading. Okay, so are you ready, Marty?
Yes.
Alright, so okay, so here we go, man. Here's the first one right here. I don't know what they're gonna ask, but we're gonna play it anyway. I hope you stand by so that you're able to listen. I'm gonna play it quite loud. Let's do this.
Okay, I just want to know what is the difference between a spiritual healer and a sangoma, or if they are the same thing at all.
Alright, so that is the first question for you.
A spiritual healer is somebody that is almost like a faith healer, that will help you in different aspects of your circumstances to get your thinking right, and then your body will follow. There are many people that call themselves spiritual healers, but in actual fact they could be masseurs, they could be doing Reiki, they could be doing reflexology, whatever healing they are in. Being a Christian, I am not a spiritual healer. I do spiritual guidance, which means I am not going to tell you whether you're going to win the lotto. I will not tell you that you're going to meet that tall, dark and handsome guy with a yellow hat and red pointy shoes, with a pink bangle and a yellow earring. But I will tell you how to improve your relationship. I will tell you how to improve your life. Yeah. I will tell you how to make your husband or your wife happier, and therefore make yourself happier. So when it comes to the spiritual side, that is how I see that. A sangoma and a psychic are very similar, because when I do healing, I could see whether there is a curse on you or whether we've got to do a curse removal. I will also give you an aura cleansing bath, which has got herbs and spices in it, and the basis is sea salt and Epsom salt, which is a lot of magnesium. Stay in a bath for 20 minutes and your aura is cleansed again. But cleansing your aura is just like washing your clothes. And we used to do this naturally before the concrete jungle, where we used to play in the water, play in the sea, play in the sand, play in the rain or the sun. So we naturally got cleansed. But now you could be in a bus, or you could be in church, and you could have a rapist next to you, or you can have a saint next to you. Your energies mingle and merge, and that is why you need an aura cleansing. A curse removal is a completely different thing. That is where people, because of jealousy or envy, would put a curse on you. And unfortunately, for some reason, us Africans are very susceptible to jealousy and envy, where we would grow up with each other, be almost like brothers and sisters, but lo and behold, if the one works harder than you and they drive a better car than you, you want to put Muti boy, you want to put Moti, or you want to burn their house, or you want to do something real nasty. When all you had to do is do what Jan says, open your micro business, where you can do gardening service, or do a cleaning service, or bake cakes, or make dresses, or whatever you can. There's always something you can do. So that is where the envy comes from, and curses. That is much more involved. There we're dealing with real negative energies and nasty spirits, and that's got to be taken away. You cannot just get it away. You've got to physically do that. And people would say, okay, fine, I'm going to pray and it's going to go away. Then I would say to them, okay, fine. Remember, my mother was a pastor. I know the Bible very well, and I live by that. Jesus Christ himself bent down and made muti of mud before he put it onto the person's eyes for him to see. So that is to me a very good indication that yes, we can use herbs and spices, but what we're not allowed to do is we are not allowed to harm other people. I always say that once we've done the curse removal, we do the protection so that nobody that you know, and you write a list of people, I don't harm anybody, we just kill it in the name of God. In the Bible it says that if you cast out a demon, he'll go fetch 10 more. So you've got to know somebody that can really get rid of it. And in the name of God the Father, the Son Jesus Christ, and the Holy Spirit, we kill the curses, get rid of it, and it is gone. And it can never ever come back to you because it is gone. It is killed. Okay? And then I'll do house cleansers. House cleansers are very important because your previous tenants, like we said, sick buildings, could leave their energy, or somebody died there and it's a very unhappy spirit that is left behind. We get rid of that as well on a similar basis. So there's a firm distinction between an aura cleansing and a curse removal and a house cleanse. And then where the NLP and life coaching comes in is where people come in and they come for counseling, where you actually talk to them and talk them through things that happened to them in the past and patterns that they are repeating. So look at my website and you will see the tragic cycle of life as where people have the alcoholics in the family, or the substance abuse, or they are violent, and that goes through generations and generations, the sins of the fathers. So that's got to be eliminated. It's not going to be eliminated by you wishing it to go away. You've got to work at it. Over to you, Jan. You've got to work at things.
You've got to work at it, and it's your responsibility, and you are able to make a difference in your own life by making choices and acting and changing your behavior.
Yes.
Sorry to cut you, but you raised some interesting points. One of them is the fact that you are Christians.
Yes.
Often, with black people who are Christians, want to then shy away from the spiritual world, or their ancestors, or don't believe that there's witchcraft or negative spirits. All they want to do is Bible, church, and yet you are Christians and you're able to speak about the spiritual world and accept that it actually does exist and that it needs to be, these
addressed.
negative spirits needs to be cleansed.
Absolutely.
Have you, the fact that we're having this discussion, this kind of shows, these sort of spiritual talks, there have been people that, will look at me and say, but now, where are you going here with this? There's that judgmental...
Okay, I can answer that from my point of view is, I hear many people on the other side of the coin that say that black people pray to ancestors. They do not pray to ancestors. However, I know that there are churches that pray to saints. To saints. Those were living people, living
Absolutely.
Christians that now died. Are they not ancestors? Are they not somebody's ancestor? What about our guides? And we also got to be very careful with spirituality, because we're trying to eliminate the Satan, the devil. We want to chuck him out. We don't want to believe in him. We want to believe in God or the universe of love. However, there are people that are evil out there. They are there. Some of them are born like that. And we have to do something to those that don't want to live an evil life, that wants to live a good life. Like I said, you could sit next to a saint, or you could sit next to a rapist.
Absolutely. All right, so we've got more voice notes coming in. I need to give our listeners an opportunity to be able to ask you questions.
Yes.
And let's quickly listen to this person who has just sent us their voice note.
Hi, I just want to find out about my dreams. I dream about dead people all the time, and I also dream about being back in primary. Like I always dream being in my primary school all the time. So what does it mean? Do you maybe know the meaning of these kind of dreams? Thank you.
All right, Jan, you can take care of this one.
I think dreaming about dead people, I think it's important to realize that whoever we're dreaming of, they are visiting our dreams. We need to concretize. We need to think what those people symbolize in our lives today. But they are visiting us in our dreams. It's your dream. You mustn't concentrate so much on the dead people that you're seeing in your dreams. You must rather concentrate on what am I associating with those people visiting my dreams, and take it from there. The primary school. I mean, it would be interesting to find out how you experience your childhood, how you experience your days at primary school. If they were happy, if you felt content, if you were anxious at primary school, how easily you learned. Maybe you're dreaming about primary school because you need to go and visit certain things that happened to you during primary school. You need to maybe see what new skills or what new things you need to learn in your life today now.
Absolutely. Sure. Okay. So I've got more voice notes that are coming in. Thank you very much for those of you watching us on Facebook Live, and of course, let's take a listen, and then hopefully we can heal the nation and help our people. Let's take a listen to this one.
Okay, I'm Veli Tupalisa Khasmeni, and I'd like to ask, in terms of my career, which direction should I take? Going for corporate or following what I love and my passion?
Okay. Should I play it again?
No, that's fine. I got that. That depends what her career is, and that depends what her passions are. If your passion is something that's destructive, then obviously that's not what you're going to do. And sometimes your passion may be your career. You can combine it. Like if my passion is to reach people and educate people, whether I do that on a stage or whether with lots of people like in Woodstock, or whether I do it on TV, or whether I do it on a radio station, or whether I do it in a hall. It is still what I'm doing is healing people and helping people. So we need to have a bit more in depth of what her passions are and what her career is. She's got and she sounds fairly young to me. When you're fairly young, that is before 45, you haven't got the means to just go out and do what you're passionate about. It must be something that's sustainable. It must be something that pays the bills. Because otherwise we all can be passionate about being on the beach in a lovely bikini and everybody serves us. That doesn't pay the bills. You've got to be a bit more realistic enough.
Absolutely. Wow. Okay. So, well, let's take a quick break, and then when we come back, and let's prepare for another reading. Are you? We've got some people here in the studio who are dying to have their readings done.
Good.
And of course, if you are watching us on Facebook Live, I had my reading done earlier on. You can go back on my timeline, have a look, and see exactly what has been said about me, man. And a lot of it, and all of it is true. Sure. I've got a lot to think and say about that. Because, alright, let me acknowledge Bra David Mochaso, Bra Bishop Fumulani, Tsepo. Thank you very much for watching us on Facebook Live. And of course, what we're doing here has never been done on radio before. We have a spiritual show every Wednesday. Make sure that you listen in between 6 and 8 p.m. where I bring different spiritual healers to talk to them about the spiritual world that actually has a huge impact in our country. Whether we like it or not, whether you believe it or not, it happens in this country. So we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to prepare. I don't know who's going to do a live reading. Are you next?
Yeah.
Okay. Who?
Yeah.
Alright.
I was
Okay,
picked,
cool.
okay?
Alright, so I don't know what order I'm gonna follow. Okay, let's quickly take a quick break.
Bring your chair, bring your chair.
Bring your chair.
Bring your chair. You're a very beautiful girl. So make a note of this and realize that you can't just grow intellectually, you've got to grow spiritually as well. And you tend to push that a bit on the side. To expect the best, you've got to do the best.
You've got to be generous.
Yes, yes.
You can break free from
The childhood stuff.
the childhood stuff.
Okay, and you've got to get your life balanced because you can't just have being angry all the time and be quick on the mark. Get the balance at your life. Take a deep breath and learn to relax. I will teach you how to do that. Okay, I'm very, very good with people in that way. That's where I heal people. Okay, call on your runners, and those runners are your spirit helpers. You're a spirit, I'm a spirit, Jan's a spirit, Sipos, we're all spirits. The Holy Spirit is a spirit. So call on God, call on your angels, call on your guides, and but never call up dead spirits, because you do not know what's going to come through. Never play those Ouija boards or anything like that. That is very dangerous. Like I said, the Bible said, test your spirits, and you're not allowed to do that. You're very good with the bigger picture. You don't like the nitty-gritty things, but unfortunately we've got to prep before we can get there. So learn to do the basic things as well. Everything you've got to start from scratch. Okay, and then again, you move forward fearlessly. You're going to make it very big in your chosen career. You will make it very big. You're not very lucky in love. You sometimes can. I'm not talking about a boyfriend. I'm talking about friends.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, you select the wrong girls. You select jealous people, whatever.
Yes.
And the partner in your life will advise you of this, and you would say, you don't know what you're doing.
That's so true.
Yeah. Okay. The freedom that you need is to be free. Relax.
Yeah,
you don't have to. You don't have to be so tight all the time, man. So you will.
But the breath and the generosity will give you freedom, because you won't concentrate so much on what's happened in the past and on hurtful things.
True. Very well said. Yes.
There is balance possible. It is possible to make a difference. It is possible to have freedom.
Now, so you can turn this immediate past as a present, immediate future. You can turn this into a bright, bright future, breaking free of all the shackles behind you and making it big. But don't forget where you come from.
Wow.
Remember, all Africans, we come from Kap and Maroch.
Yes.
Yeah, and just because we have fancy cars and all that doesn't mean to say that we are fancy.
Yeah,
we're
true.
animals, we're gregarious animals.
Wow.
True. Thank you so much.
It's
All
a
right.
pleasure, love.
Let me just get a feedback from Tuli there.
Yeah.
Your take,
Wow. I'm speechless.
was it spot on?
Spot on. Exactly. The
On
person
everything?
I am. Yes, on everything.
Wow.
On everything. I'm speechless. I've never done this before.
Sure.
It's amazing.
You were quite brave to actually do it live on radio, girl.
Yeah, I know. Now
Takes
everyone
guts.
knows that I'm very short-tempered.
And then
But
she
I'm
says
gonna
you
work on.
bitchy.
I'm working on. Yes. But I'm working on it. But she's very right. She's right. She's right.
Yeah. So you want to make that change?
Oh, most definitely. If I want to work with people, want to move on, if I want to achieve things in life, I need to learn to be patient and need to learn not to jump into conclusions and not expect everything to happen at once. That everything starts from the bottom.
Absolutely. Tuli, thank you very much. You've been a great sport. I really appreciate it, girl. Thank you so much. All right. So, all right. While we prepare the next person to come and have their reading done, let's quickly pay the bills. Alright man, welcome back to it. This is 1912 Online Radio, The Pulse, and of course we're doing it live right here. We're doing something that has never been done before, and of course as a station we're doing something that has never been done before. We've got a spiritual show on the Freedom Square show, and of course it is about understanding the spirit world and how it impacts our country. That all has to do with politics, whether we like it or not. Alright, so our next contestant is up here, man, and you can see she's very futuristic. She's like, yo, I'm gonna do this thing. I wish I did what you're doing now, but anyway, it's too late now.
You can all come and see me and we'll do it.
Okay, cool. Alright, Marty, over to you.
Okay, what I see here, the two most important cards are parenting and children. Do you have a child? Would you like to have children?
I'm good with children. I don't know if I'd like to have.
Would you like to work with children?
I work with children. Like, it's current. I don't know if I want to have children. I do want to have the family in the future.
Okay. You would be a fantastic parent, but you are very, very good with children. You've got affinity for children.
It's your gift.
It's your gift. That's your gift. That's well good. It's your gift. You also need to meditate a bit, where you are a little bit more serious about life, because you're a little bit frivolous at the moment, and take things in your stride. Twice it says that you've got to meditate a bit because you're prone to depression. Also, you need to be truthful with yourself, and sometimes you lie to yourself and a little bit to others now and again.
I'm okay, guys.
It takes a lot of guts doing what you're doing. Have you just been on holiday, been away a little bit, or you're planning to do something like that?
I'm planning on going.
Okay. So you're on the planning stages. This is about 3 months. So that will be in about a month or 2 months' time.
In a week.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that is 3 months. 3 months. 3 months. We're at the end. So that is your week. Be honest with yourself as to what you want to do the second time. So I would say that you need to analyze your life, see where you are, and that is the decision that you need to take. There is a possible career choice for you, a career change. And I see that little smile. That was a secret. Okay, because but the downtime that you have is like partying with it and all that, and that is not really downtime. Downtime is be a little bit more spiritual, be a little bit more caring for yourself, not
Listen
for others.
to your guardian angels.
Yes, yeah, because if you don't, you're gonna cry.
Learn and be playful.
Yeah, because if you don't, you're gonna cry. And you've got a lovely future ahead of you, but you need to knuckle down a bit, because wherever you go, everybody's got a boss, and all bosses are. I always say to people that when you do a job, it's not always wonderful. That's why we've got to get paid to do it. Okay, because if work was so wonderful, they wouldn't have to buy us. All right. Cool.
Interesting way of looking at it.
Yes, yeah.
We are being paid, so we are being bought.
Exactly.
For your time and your skill.
Yeah. That is, I couldn't have said it better. I was trying to be diplomatic. Right. Call on your joy guides and look for your fun and other ways. Your 9 to 5, we call it 9 to 5. Be a bit more serious, give a little bit more. Okay, and then you will have fun. As like Jan said earlier on, if you love what you do, you're not actually working. Because you love what you do, and you will have a wonderful life then. You will love to come to work and say, yeah, hello, how are you guys? What have you been up to? And be a bit more positive. Expect the best, and the best will follow. There's been a bit of problems in the family. Family harmony is not so wonderful. with negotiations and talking, that will come right. Your future here is very good, because you're going to learn. You need to study a bit more to improve yourself. So without the right qualifications or the right preparation, doesn't have to be official studies. We're not going to get there. I mean, I can't go to a butcher and say, okay, fine, I'm good with flower arranging, I'll come and work here. you know. So where you want to be in life, prepare yourself for that and prepare well. You've got more support than what you realize, my love. You've got more support at work and at home than what you realize.
And from your family.
And from your family. So I think what you need to do is to look at things more positively and look at what the outcome could be like, more positive, and you will get there. Our old saying, fake it till you make it. And that is very good. You're very musical. You sing in the church choir.
I sing all the time.
Yeah, wonderful. Why don't you take it up?
I don't. I've always thought it wasn't a gift.
It's a gift. There you are.
Okay, now I get it. You're the
And
third person
And
that
music
says
allows you to play, to
yeah,
have joy.
That's my
Yeah.
meditation.
It will teach you
Yeah.
how to enjoy life and to
Be
find joy
serious.
and happiness.
Yeah.
And that will support you. It
Yeah.
will make you strong.
Yes. Remember, these things that sound negative, I said negative. It's not negative. Those are the symptoms of somebody who's a little bit unhappy. That it could be childhood stuff. It could be other things at home. None of us know what's happening at home. So if you can, I would strongly suggest you come and see me for coaching to get a bit more positivity in your life, because you're pretty good. You've got lashes that I wish I had. Yeah. So there, yeah. Be a bit more positive and look at life with a different eye, and it will happen for you. But you need guidance in that. Okay, if we've never, there's a stigma attached to come for guidance, and that is so silly, because if you're sick physically, you go and see a doctor. So why don't you go and see somebody doing masks like grown-ups?
And I actually wanted to ask, like when I heard you speak about spiritual cleansing and aura cleansing, it's something that I've always found to be difficult, because at the moment I feel like personally there's an energy that I don't quite get and I don't quite want in my life anymore, so I'm trying to like rid myself of that energy, because I
You've
can
got to
see.
come and see me for that.
Okay, so spiritual
That will
cleansing,
take the depression, everything. Yeah. As we go through life, we pick up negative energies
pull the
and
mic.
good, and as we go through life, we pick up negative and good energy, positive energy.
Yeah.
So we've got to shed the negative and just go forward with the positive. But it's impossible, like I said. We did it naturally before. Now from these four walls, we go into the car, we go home, four walls again. Weekends you're working or you're busy. So you don't really have time. When last have you walked in the botanic gardens? When last did you have a picnic? When last did you do something downtime which is natural? When last look at me. When last have you laughed? Panty wetting laugh.
Right now.
Many years a long time
It's
ago.
been a while. I don't know. Yeah.
We've got to get back to that.
Yeah. No, it wasn't so long ago.
Today.
Fence.
Oh yeah, thanks, yeah.
For how long?
A couple of minutes. It was a good laugh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's not go there with that
No,
story.
no.
Okay. All right. So, is another gentleman, or who else is next in line?
He's also been waiting.
Okay, he's been waiting long. Okay, well, you know,
Whenever.
he's an elder. Okay, quickly. welcome back to it. This is 1912 Online Radio, The Pulse. Thank you very much for tuning in and listening in. We appreciate the fact that you are spending your own data. You could be listening to us through Tulun Tulu app, which you can download. Go to your app store, download Tulun Tulu, and then at your own convenience, you'll be able to listen to 1912 Online Radio, or go to iono.fm and then click on 1912 Online Radio and listen to your favorite radio platform, and of course with great content. And tonight, of course, we're not playing. We've got great content right here. It's never been done before on radio. Tell your friends to go to my Facebook page and watch and see exactly what they're talking about. So if you're watching us through Facebook Live right there, go to Sipho Zak Masigo and see other readings that we've done today. And of course, we've got great guests right now. We're about to do another reading. My brother right there is waiting patiently with a lot of anxiety. Over to you, man.
Okay, right. What I see here is that, are you one of the founder members of this radio station or a part owner? It shows me there, yes you are, there's a celebration. What you guys started is working out very well. And it's much better than what your expectations were. That's the miracle that has started for you. There's still a few things that you've got to clear the path from the past, and where you can move forward. We need a cleansing here. Also, there's going to be new things that you guys is going to bring in. That's going to make it even bigger and better. You've got to kick up your heels, and I know that you're a bit tired. I know that you need a bit of a rest, and you've got to get that rest and kick your heels up a bit. Otherwise, you're not going to have those fresh ideas, because you started very well, but you're tired and you're too scared to go away for a week or so. So do it. You've got good people.
You have lots of blessings in your life.
Very miracle blessings all over. Be grateful, because you've got a good family, you've got good people in your life. Be grateful. People always forget to be grateful. This is very important, okay? Bring a balance into your life, because all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. So take a bit of a page off of this book, Make Mommy Happy, because you've been neglecting a bit. Working too hard. Take the flowers home, bring a bit of perfume. And you know, a woman is a funny thing. That unexpected bunch of flowers means much more than that big lounge suite. As long as you bring more
Take
flowers.
that from me, yes.
And do the follow-up as well, eh? The follow-up is important. Okay, you are a visionary. You can see major signs of things that's going to happen, what you can do, but don't burn the candle on both ends, because when you burn out, you've got nothing to give. So you definitely need a little bit of fresh blood, a little bit of input, and I can help you there as well. Look at key account projects on my Facebook. There's a page there, and business-wise, there's very few people that's got my experience. I can give you a lot of business advice, coaching, and and then Jan can do the financial side for you, a bit of advice or whatever. It's not contradictory to his work. Also, you need an aura cleanse. Now, aura cleanse is just a washing of your aura, so that is easy to do. I can go on my website and look at aura cleanse, and then visualize the lovely holiday and everything, and there you are. People make such a big hoo-ha about meditate. Meditating is the easiest thing in the world. Go to my website, www.spiritualguidance.co.za. Go under meditation, aqua meditation. There were times that you just wanted to break free, and the answer is you can now. Now's the time. You can go and spread your wings a bit and relax a little bit, but not longer than a week, 10 days max, because your chickens need you. Okay, where's Mother Hen? Blessings for you, major blessings coming your way. You are extremely creative. Are you graphic design or something like that?
I can learn anything that comes.
You are very creative, and also creative thinking, and you also love nature very much, and you are also passionate about nature, And remember, with us, we need to be calf-footed. We need to smell that wood. Oh, release. You need to release. Okay, you need downtime, and partying is not downtime.
No,
Partying,
I don't
yeah,
do partying.
yeah.
I don't.
You need that nice retreat, that
Okay.
getting away. And then get back to basics, because as we grow in business, we sometimes forget how we started. We started with a lot of insight, a lot of hard work, a lot of ideas, and as you get tired, not because you're lazy, but as you get tired, you slack a bit. So go and recharge your batteries and come back, because when you come back, there's going to be people knocking on the door. Okay, you're an observer. You know exactly who's doing what people think, what they see, and you don't say much, but you're a thinker. So you're pretty introvert, and you've got very bright futures. Leanne said, very bright future.
Yeah.
No, she was spot on. Yeah,
Really?
There's no joke. You guys can vouch for me. Anyone in this room can vouch for me. What she was saying, most it was right.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I always work hard, all the time, no break. When I leave, I don't leave more than 2 weeks. I come back as soon as possible. And then I like to observe and then people and what they're doing, so I can also get a school.
And you creator.
Yeah. Not to leave
Lots of ideas.
And you know, the woman at home needs some.
Yeah, I know. It's been years since I've. But I want to buy a Bentley, so she has got a bunch of flowers. A Bentley garage would be alright.
Yeah. But start with the flowers, man.
Yeah, start with the flowers.
Yeah, flowers. Come and tell you something how the flowers made it. It was my anniversary with my wife on Friday. She loves yellow, and I bought about 7 different kinds of yellow flowers. Put them around the house. She came and she couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Weekend was made.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lots of sunshine.
All right, thank you very much, Mpumi, for being such a great sport, man. It's been a great conversation. All right, so we're gonna do the last reading, and then we're gonna be coming to the end of the show. Marty, I see what we started here is that everybody now needs to know.
It's okay. Why not?
Okay, cool. All right, so thank you very much for that. While we're waiting for Puso to get his thing, let's quickly pay the bills. What do you call this up on radio? Boss dog? The council of Alright, man, it's a very good evening to you. If you just tuned in, thank you very much for doing so. You could be listening to us through Tuluntulu app. Download it on Play Store. Also, if you want to listen to us without spending too much of your data, go to iono.fm and click on that link and listen to 1912 Online Radio. And of course you'll get some great content right there, man. Great shows. And of course tonight is no different. We've got a great guest in studio. We've never done this on radio before. It's never been done on radio before, man. The kind of stuff we do on 1912 online, you won't find it anywhere else. And of course our guests this evening are doing readings for us. It's never been done. I'm nervous to hear this one, Marty.
Right. Do you want to move house? Are you thinking of moving house? You're going to move near water, and that could be like a little lake, or where there's a river, like a river club, or Spespo Dam, or one of these rivers going through. Yeah, look inside yourself. Those are two most important cards. You've got to spread your web. You tend to be closing up all the time. Open up. Yeah, so the more people you know, that you can spread your web and get things known about you. This thing where you go and play golf with somebody and meet somebody for a drink, it actually does work. That's how you connect. You are extremely musical, but I mean really, you could have been a rapper or a singer or something like that. Musical could be either the music, or it could be creative. You are very, very creative, and it is also time for you to bring music into your life, to have a bit of fun. You felt for a while in the past that you were the puppet and everybody was pulling the strings. But if you look at that, you're the one that's holding the strings. You're pulling it. So your choices is what has made you feel so claustrophobic. Okay. Did you recently get married or involved, or do you want to get married? I think you just recently got
involved.
Yeah. Okay. I think this is a lady, because you love beautiful women. So if this is the lady, I think there's a few knots to be made. Okay. You're a very good listener. You're also very observant, but you're observant because you listen a lot. You do not trust people at all. People always say trust issues, but having a few trust issues in today's day and life, where it's so corrupt out there, could work for you positively. Any negative thing, you can turn it into a positive. You're very kind. A lot of kindness, and people has taken you for granted quite a few times, and that is why the trust is not so good. You may find that you may even go into the beauty business one day. That will be not working there yourself, but being the owner, and because there's a lot of money, but it will not be like a little thing like Black for Me, something like that. Or it could be an interior decorating shop or something, and you'll do very, very, very good. You also been here a very long time, also one of the founder members, also quite your opinion matters quite a lot. You self-reliant. You need to learn to communicate what you feel and what you think.
Intention.
Yeah, what your intentions are. Because when you communicate, people don't always get what you mean. And if there's a business decision to be taken, you will, because of the trust issue and because of the communication, people will not be very clear of what you want.
What might help you to clarify your own mind is to visualize and to really concentrate on your dreams and where you want to see yourself, because that will create the abundance and the
major abundance. You're going to make a lot of money, but major abundance. You are on a spiritual path. You want to grow spiritual, and I wouldn't be surprised if this thing is not one of your babies or your idea. Something to do with spirituality. You're very close to God. This is a church man, this. Yeah. And also, I see here that visualize. You've got visions, but you can. Here, use trust issues is going to work positively for you, because when you have this vision, you're not going to tell the whole world about it so they can steal it. Okay, you will have to learn with boundaries what to say, what not to say. So,
Visualization is a manifestation for you.
yes,
You create your intention and then you get it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Also, your intentions are very good. You, people, staff people, business people, home people, everybody may not always see how well you mean, but and you can get hurt very deeply if you meant well and they did not, see that. You need to do a bit of exercise. You're not doing your exercise, and there is a danger there. So look at a bit of. Go and do a few exercises and see if the heart is pumping very well. Yeah! Get it done. Also what I see here, as you can stand your ground, you can really, this one is got